Good morning, everyone. You are watching Barnstable this morning. It is time for our Senior Services segment. And on the phone, I welcome the Assistant Director of Senior Services here in town, Donna Marie Burns. Donna, good morning.
Good morning, Sarah. So nice to be with you this morning.
Thank you, and so nice to have you. Thank you so much for joining us today. So, of course, we are really in the thick of the winter months. It's cold out there. It's icy. We've got snow behind us, some more snow ahead of us. So I think it's a good time to talk a little bit about winter safety, especially for our senior population. So, Donna, do you have some tips or some advice, some things people should keep in mind while it's snowy and icy out there?
Absolutely. First of all, I'd remind folks in the community that the inclement weather in the wintertime is a particular concern to seniors. Falls are a big issue for seniors, and given the nature of the snow and ice, it's a time that many seniors are concerned about and worried about. And what I'd say to seniors in particular, pay attention to the weather forecast. If it looks like we're going to have some bad weather, plan accordingly. If you have errands to run, try to get them in before the bad weather strikes, and make sure that you have the essentials that you need in the event that you have a power outage. So just be aware of the weather conditions. And if you do find that you have to go out, dress accordingly. Loose layers, make sure that you're properly dressed, hat, gloves, scarf, and minimize your time outside if at all possible. What I would also say to neighbors that perhaps have seniors that live nearby, this is a great time to be a good neighbor. Removing snow and ice is difficult for anyone of any age, and in particular for seniors, it can really be a difficult and almost impossible task. So this is a great time to be a good person and go over and shovel that walk, clear the steps. And something that may not occur to you, if the senior has a car, if you could, when the snow has stopped, if you could clear the car, I know that's a tricky thing for anyone, especially if the snow is sizable in amount and it's on the roof. For a lot of seniors, that's impossible for them, but it's a safety issue. So if you could just be forward-thinking and kind and considerate and help the seniors in your neighborhood and your community with these tasks, I know that they would be so appreciative.
And Donna, such an easy thing for neighbors to do. If you're out there shoveling your driveway, or if you have a snowblower, perhaps just to go next door and take care of your neighbors who may not, be able to do it, or for them it would be a much more monumental task than for you to do it yourself. Certainly very important. And I wanted to just stay on that subject for a little bit and touch on even walking back and forth from the house to the car, especially I know right now it is very icy out there, and so certainly to be cautious of that and maybe have some help or keep an eye out for that, I think would be very important too, correct?
I think that's great. That's a great tip, and I would also ask neighbors, if you haven't seen the senior in your neighborhood, check in on them. Make sure that they're okay, that they have the essentials that they need, they have heat, they have lights, and just be a good neighbor. It doesn't take a lot, and it makes a world of difference for people.
Exactly. Can we talk a little bit about exertion as well? Because we did talk about, clearing off the car and scraping and shoveling, and certainly shoveling can be a very intensive activity. So do you have advice for those, who may still be able to get out there and do it, but just a warning about perhaps overdoing it in terms of the shoveling?
Absolutely. Rome wasn't built in a day, and you do not need to shovel that entire walkway or that driveway immediately. This is a task that is best to do in stages. And make sure, we've had some wet snow the last couple of storms, and it's just a wise practice to go out for a short period of time when you're starting to feel fatigued. Take a break. Go in the house, settle down. It doesn't have to be done right away. And I know that I've had seniors that were concerned that, oh my goodness, what if there was an emergency? emergency personnel will always get to you.
Exactly.
You do not have to be concerned about that. So please be cautious. This snow is so heavy, and you don't want to end up injured or in the hospital because you tried to do too much.
Great. Well, Donna, thank you so much for those tips. And of course, as we know, the snow can lead to a little bit of cabin fever. Of course, not a lot to do. In the immediate area, you might be trapped in your house because of all the snow, but you don't need to be, because I understand there are so many things and free things that are going on over at the senior center that people who might be feeling a touch of that cabin fever can take advantage of.
Well, I can say, Sarah, that unequivocally, we have the antidote to cabin fever here at the Barnstable Senior Center. And as you said, the best thing is many of these opportunities to get out of the house are free. We have some great free workshops that are coming up. We have actually a workshop that was extremely popular when this instructor came around last summer. It's about angels. And there are many people that feel that they have a connection to angels in their life, people that have been in their, perhaps in their past, and many people feel that they have angels around them 24/7. Sharon Anderson came last year, as I said, and this was a standing room only workshop. And to a person, every single person that came out just really raved about what a wonderful experience it was. And whether you believe or not, I think you might learn something. So that is February 20th at 1 p.m. here at the Senior Center. It's free. And we have an author coming in, Marguerite Morris Willis, and she'll be giving a talk about a grandmother's essays on education. And she is not your regular grandma. She is a former 30-year school committee member, a longtime elected town government official, and she is quite a colorful person. She drives a truck. She's an EMT, and she's passionate about education, and she's written a book to share her perspectives on education. It sounds like it'll be interesting. So those are both free. The author talk is February 18th at 2 p.m. For all of our free events, we do ask that you just give us a call here at 508-862-4750 just to sign up so we have a count. And we have a couple of special events coming up. This Friday, February 14th, treat yourself on Valentine's Day to a little bit of music. This is a free event. We have Sinatra Live. We have Michael Driscoll, who sings Sinatra, and he's been here in the past, and people respond very, very well to him.
And really, who doesn't like the music of Frank Sinatra? I know we've been talking a little bit about this event on our show, and it's just, I think about the radio program Sounds of Sinatra, how I love to listen to that, and it's really, for Valentine's Day, you really can't get anything more romantic than Frank Sinatra.
Exactly, and there'll be coffee and dessert also, so you have a little treat and some great music.
Wonderful. And what else do you have in terms of special events? You said I had a couple of them coming up. We've got Frank Sinatra, or the Frank Sinatra singer coming up on Valentine's Day. What else do we have coming down the pike?
Well, looking forward a couple of weeks, St. Patrick's Day, believe it or not, is not that far away. And I just want to remind folks that we are once again having our St. Patrick's Day celebration. This year we're going to do a luncheon. It's March 13th from 1 to 3 p.m. here at the center, and we're going to celebrate that special day and all things Irish with Judy's famous corned beef dinner and traditional Irish entertainment with Sean Murphy and some of his friends. He's a local entertainer. He is actually from Ireland, and they're great. That there is a cost associated with that particular event. To cover the food costs, it's $12, but I guarantee you'll have a great meal and you'll have a great time as well.
Absolutely. Well, Donna, I thank you so much for joining us today. A pleasure to have you with us here on the show, and thank you so much for that advice. Very important at this time of year.
Well, thank you so much, Sarah. I'm always happy to be with you, and I look forward to seeing folks here at the Barnstable Senior Center.
Wonderful. Thank you so much. Have a great day.
You as well.
Bye-bye. Donna Marie Burns is the Assistant Director of the Barnstable Senior Center. For Barnstable This Morning, I'm Sarah Colvin.